Under 50 laps remain here at Colorado. After a lot of talk from NASCAR, Phil, they have decided not to penalize David Mayhew for bringing out that caution.
Yeah, that's a huge break, and NASCAR could have certainly penalized him for intentionally bringing out a caution, but he got a pass on this one.
And Luis Martinez, Eric Holmes, restart us here. And they are side by side off the restart.
Martinez liked that outside. That's how he wrestled the lead away from Eric Holmes, and it looks like he's going to be able to maintain the lead from the outside.
How about the rookie here tonight?
Good battle for third. Paulie Haraka now has third in a battle with Greg Pursley.
Tells the veteran, the points leader, Eric Holmes, just tuck in right behind me.
Now Pursley's jumped to the inside of Haraka and then make a little contact.
Paulie Haraka has come up through the field and is now, whoa, almost got a really loose right there. He is in third place.
Yeah, he got a little bump there from Pursley, got him sideways. Now they're side by side again. Blake Cook right behind Paulie.
Greg Pursley on the inside. He's had a strong race car, as we've said so many times, but he's had bad luck all season long.
As you mentioned, Paulie Haraka is our defending champion of this race. He won for his first career win last year.
And remember, folks, he made a pit stop. They say you cannot win if you have to go off the racetrack. Paulie Haraka trying to prove him wrong here.
Yeah, there's enough of this race left. If Paulie Haraka can clear Greg Pursley, he may be able to go up there and challenge Eric Holmes and Luis Martinez.
Very strong race car tonight in the two Bill McAnally cars, second and third. Luis Martinez, and again we said Bill Sedgwick turning the wrenches on that car, the crew chief. He has a great history in this sport, has worked with Ron Hornaday and several others. Good racing here, Jonathan Gomez and Michael Self. Those two have been at it all night long.
I think since the drop of the green flag, these two guys have been side by side. Remember the contact from Michael Self turned Jonathan Gomez around. Now Jonathan has rebounded from this. Ooh, gets real sideways.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, he slammed in the side of him right there, but that's what you see on a great short track like this.
How about Eric Holmes now going for the lead on the outside?
Holmes strong on the outside, and he will edge out in front, but here comes Martinez right back.
Eric Holmes was able to use that outside just like Martinez used it to get by him. Now Eric Holmes has that lead back.
As we said, Eric Holmes won here in 2008, won the pole here twice, and has led more laps than anyone else in this series, and he has led a lot of laps here tonight.
That has allowed Paulie Haraka to drive right up to the rear bumper of Luis Martinez.
Bill, how much do you think Holmes might be thinking about that $10,000 bonus?
He has 10,000 reasons to think about that 10,000 bonus. Remember, Paulie Haraka is eligible if he could win this race and the other race at Roseville, California, then he would get that $10,000. But the first guy to get it could be tonight, Eric Holmes.
This is the Toyota Napa Auto Parts Bonus Challenge race. And a great crowd again out to see it. As you see in the background, 10,000 strong here. This racetrack just outside of Denver, Colorado.
Very affordable for the fans to come out here, and a great turnout.
They always see a great race here. There's a spin. Thomas Martin, who is driving Jack Sellers 15 tonight, has turned it around.
You can see the right rear tire has gone down on Thomas Martin's car. I'm sure that's what caused that spin. Doesn't look like he made any contact with anybody.
Thomas Martin again getting in that 15 after his 5 car had a lot of trouble in practice, engine problems. Jack Sellers only drove the 5 car for 1 lap before having to park it, and gave up his ride to the youngster Thomas Martin, who has spun and has brought out a caution flag.
We're going to have a restart inside of 40 laps to go. It could be really critical on who gets the advantage on the restart. Will Eric Holmes take the inside or the outside? He took the inside before, but he made the outside pass work on Martinez.
And how about last year's winner, Paulie Haraka? Don't count him out. We're getting down to the final stage of this race, and another restart with Luis Martinez, the rookie, and Eric Holmes, the series points leader. And that 12 car, Paulie Haraka, has been running awfully strong, making his way up after a pit stop.
And David Mayhew got the lucky dog, so now he is back on the lead lap.
Mayhew will try to make his way towards the front. He's got a strong race car.
How about Eric Holmes picking the outside? He's been picking the inside the entire race. He made that pass for the lead on the outside, so he restarted on the outside.
Another good restart by Eric Holmes. Luis Martinez is going to get a challenge from Greg Pursley as, oh my, look at the tight racing right here. Pursley, Haraka, and Luis Martinez.
You talked about the bumping in Colorado. We had some bumping right there. Now side by side for third, Paulie Haraka and Pursley. He's going after Martinez now for second.
Great race for third place. Eric Holmes says, you guys behind me, y'all race hard all you want.
He's just watching that mirror, enjoying it.
Exactly. I'm going to stay out front here. Continue to lead laps. Now they string out just a little bit in the top 5.
I think Eric Holmes right now knows what he's dealing with Martinez. If his teammate Paulie Haraka could get by Martinez, then I think Eric may be a little bit more worried because he doesn't know exactly what Paulie has.
Yeah, Paulie Haraka again won his first ever career race here a year ago. There's Blake Cook, Michael Self in the 88th.
Great battle for the 6th spot. There's the 61 of Brett Thompson right behind them. Travis Bennett now in the 9 car has moved up to the 5th position.
Yeah, good strong run it looks like for Travis Bennett here tonight.
Paulie Haraka now side by side with Luis Martinez. That is for the runner-up spot. Not able to get the power down up off of 2.
Greg Pursley has been able to stay out of trouble all night long, and now after a good run tucks it in and wait and take his chance again in a moment.
Looks like Luis Martinez said, I'm going to run the outside. If you guys are going to pass me, you're going to have to do it on the inside.
He's done a great job holding on to second place.
He sure has. Got his first career pole here, led a bunch of this race.
Blake Cook trying to hold off Michael Self. Michael Self's really liked that inside all night.
He got a little bit loose that time coming off the corner, never backed off the throttle, didn't lose an inch.
We've seen those wheels go down real close to that yellow line several times.
Brett Thompson says, I wish these guys would figure out who's going to get this advantage here.
And Moses Smith in that 16 right behind him, the other Bill McAnally car in this race. 25 laps remain.
Looks like Brett Thompson may have gotten to the back of Blake Cook for a moment there, got him a little bit sideways, allowed him to straighten it out. No, Blake Cook slips a little bit. Brett Thompson gets to the inside.
Now's the time. If you got it, you got to show it.
Something has happened to Travis Bennett. You see him slow on the racetrack coming off of turn 4. He was running in the 5th position.
What a shame. He was on his way to his best finish ever. And we've said taking over that 9 car in the last couple of races. But slow down on the apron now, and not going to be a good finish for Travis Bennett.
It does bring out our caution. Caution flag is on the speedway.
Boy, it's going to set up another critical restart to this race. Holmes and Martinez will start side by side again. But what about Paulie Haraka and Greg Pursley? Is this their time to make their way to the front? We'll see it in a moment. As you see, they're going to have to push Travis Bennett back to the garage area. The pit road is actually outside of the racetrack. You exit it in turn 2. We
talk about this race being 150 laps on the same tires. How much tires has Eric Holmes saved? To Luis Martinez or maybe Paulie Haraka, Greg Pursley, who may have the advantage here in these last few laps? And here's where the experience of Eric Holmes may come into play with worn out tires, as you see, going off in the turn 2 and headed behind the wall. Tough break for Travis Bennett as had made his way into the top 5, but will not have a good finish here. I have to believe that Eric Holmes will pick the outside again for this restart. And we'll have it for you when we come back to Colorado National Speedway.